Hello everyone. Today's topic is human reproduction. Human are sexually reproducing organism. Human also viviparous. Viviparous means it give birth to young one. It is most important organism on the earth. Human beings are also unisexual. Male and female sexes are separate and each sex has a reproductive organ, reproductive duct and accessory structure. The reproductive event in human include gametogenesis, formation of gamete, insemination, that means transfer of sperm into female reproductive duct, fertilization, implantation, and then attachment to blastocyst to the uterine wall. So, here some basic processes involved in human reproduction are given in the sequence. First is gametogenesis, that means formation of haploid gamete from diploid cell by the process of meiosis in the gonad. Gonad means testis in male and ovary in female. Gonads mean the organ which form gamete. Insemination, it is a process of transfer of sperm into the female genital tract. Next step is fertilization. It involves the fusion of male and female gametes which are haploid, and then after fusion it forms diploid zygote which undergoes further mitotic division. Next step is implantation. It is the process of development of blastocyst and its attachment to the uterine wall. Next is gestation. It is the period of embryonic development from fertilization to the childbirth. It is 40 weeks in human being, nearly 9 months. And last step is parturition, that is delivery of a baby. So these are the basic process involved in human reproduction. Something you have to know about human reproduction is that there is remarkable difference between the reproductive event in male and female. Here we are dealing with male reproductive system. It is located in a pelvis region and include a pair of testes along with accessory duct, glands and the external genitalia. First of all, testis. It is situated outside the abdominal cavity within a pouch called scrotum. Scrotum helps in maintaining the low temperature of testis, that is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius lower than the body temperature. The testes are paired oval bodies about 4 to 5 centimeter in length and 2 to 3 centimeter in width. In human being and some other organism, lying of testes outside the body is a adaptive feature because within the body the temperature is much higher than the outside. So many metabolic processes are going on in our body that produces heat. So it is adaptive feature for spermatogenesis. Here given the picture of human reproductive system in the male, you can see the testis lies outside the body cavity and the covering of testis is seen here as scrotum. Scrotum is a pouch-like structure in which testis lies and it maintains the temperature below the body temperature. Some ducts are there like vas deferens, epididymis, and some accessory glands are also seen here like seminal vesicle and bulbourethral gland and so on. We can see these in detail in the further slides. Now come to the next point. About testes. Each testis is covered by a dense covering and has 250 compartments called testicular lobules. Each testicular lobule contains 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules in which sperms are produced. Each seminiferous tubule is lined on its inside by two types of cells called male germ cells and Sertoli cells. The male germ cell form sperm after meiotic division, and Sertoli cells provide nutrition to the germ cell. So you know that nutrition also required for development of a sperm to convert it into a mature gamete. So Sertoli cells are here to provide the nutrition. Which type of cell division occur here? That is meiosis to form sperm. Sperms are the male gamete. So seminiferous tubules is important part of testis in which sperms are produced. Now see the diagrammatic view of male reproductive system. Parts of testis is open to show inner detail. Two testes lie inside it. See the diagrammatic view of male reproductive system. Part of testis is open to show inner detail. This is one testis, this is second testis. The testis is opens up into a duct called rete testis. Then rete testis opens up into wider duct called vas efferentia. Vas efferentia opens into epididymis, and epididymis open into a broad duct that is known as vas deferens. See the sequence: testis, rete testis, vas efferentia, epididymis, and then vas deferens. This vas deferens goes to the urinary bladder, and urinary bladder is common to both urinogenital system, means urinary system, and or genital system. Here ureter you can see, this is urinary system. In male there is common passage for the urine and sperm ejection. Some accessory ducts are also here, like seminal vesicle, prostate gland, bulbourethral gland. These are the ducts which help in sperm formation. The urinary bladder opens up into urethra. This is urethra, the common opening of urine ejection and sperm ejection. It is covered by the muscles and skin that is called as penis. So this is all about this diagram. The region outside the seminiferous tubules called the interstitial space that contain small blood vessels and interstitial cells or Leydig cell. Leydig cell synthesize and secrete androgens, that is male hormone. Androgen means male hormone. The male sex accessory duct include rete testis, vas efferentia, epididymis, and vas deferens. You have seen this in previous diagram. Rete testis open into vas efferentia, that opens to epididymis. Epididymis open into vas deferens. The seminiferous tubules of the testis open into the vas efferentia through rete testis. The vas efferentia open into epididymis, and epididymis lead to the vas deferens. Vas deferens into the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder, it goes through the urinary bladder and opens it into urethra. you have seen in the previous chapter. Now, this is another diagram, that is diagrammatic sectional view of the seminiferous tubule. You can see here in seminiferous tubules two types of cells are there. Inside the seminiferous tubules, near its wall, these are spermatogonia. Spermatogonia are those cells which undergo mitosis and increase their number. After that, some cells of spermatogonia form sperm by meiosis division. Here are some sperms are shown. These are known as spermatozoa. Sperms are haploid in nature, but spermatogonia are diploid, means 2x, and sperms are x number of chromosomes. So these are haploid and these are diploid. They forms from spermatogonia. In between these spermatogonia, some cells here lies. These cells are called Sertoli cells. These Sertoli cells are for nutrition of developing sperm. So this is the diagrammatic view of the seminiferous tubules. There are so many seminiferous tubules are located inside the testis. This diagram is also very important and its labeling is also important from the exam point of view. Vas deferens open into urethra. Urethra opens at the tip of penis, which is the copulatory organ. The penis is the male external genitalia and is made up of special tissue that help in erection of the penis to facilitate insemination. Insemination means insertion of sperm into the female genital tract. The tip of penis is highly sensitive and it is known as glans penis. It is covered by a loose fold of skin called foreskin. Both urine and the semen are carried out of the body through the penis. That means in male, common opening for urine as well as for the semen. But you will see in female there are two separate openings in the body of female for the urination and for genital tract. Next, about the seminiferous tubules, another diagram. Then male accessory gland. You have seen in the previous diagram there are so many glands are also there, like seminal vesicle, prostate gland and bulbourethral gland. They perform their specific function. Secretion of these glands constitute the seminal plasma, which is rich in fructose, calcium and certain enzymes. The secretion of bulbourethral gland also help in lubrication of penis. Now you can see here cross section through the testis. Three seminiferous tubules are shown here: spermatogonia, spermatozoa, etc. Here testis sectional view, then seminiferous tubules, and then you can see in the third diagram a process gametogenesis there we can see in the next lesson.